So I am going to now move into introduction of Western clothing, dress reform. So dress reform in East Asia, again, start with Japan, because Westernization of dress in East Asia was an abrupt decision, and it's related to the end of Edo period. So this map shows that this period, 1868, that's the end of the Tokugawa period, Edo period. So here, purple area is where Edo period power base. And then this orange area, they are emperor's close allies who's going to start Meiji Restoration. So Meiji Restoration is to bring the political system back to the emperor. And the Meiji Restoration is the beginning of constitutional kingship. So there is an emperor, but they don't rule. But political decisions are carried out by the emperor's name, not by the shogun. Edo was ruled by Tokugawa family. So these people in orange territories, they didn't like the idea of Tokugawa family ruling entire Japan. So they wanted to restore Emperor Meiji-centered regime. So the Emperor Meiji is this person. He was a young man at the time. And this is what he had to go through. 1868, he had to show up in the public from this traditional robe to a completely modernized ruler, like a modernized ruler. And if you ever taken costume history class before, which country does this outfit remind you of? 19th century Europe. Yes?
Wouldn't it France?
Either France or
Great Britain.
England.
Britain, yes. So Japan looked toward Britain very much. Around 1868, France was no longer a royal, what is it, like a kingdom. Like France, they had a republic, right? Like it's called republic. Power comes from people. So the empire is over in France, but Britain still carried over that constitutional kingship. So Britain was their model, and this is what the military uniform is like for British imperial family members, military uniform. Where can you find the other example? I mean, the signs of a military uniform in this case. What are other symbols?
The hat?
The hat, you usually see this from Napoleon, right? And then what else? Find an accessory.
The shoulder pieces as well.
That's rank, right? Like a rank. It shows the hierarchy. But what about this? What is this? A saber, right? It's a symbolic. I mean, you are not really cut the fruits or kill somebody with a saber, but that's the tradition of European monarchy, right? They were both political leader and military head. So in order to show their military power, they often carried this type of saber, right? A sword. You often see this in any type of ruler's portraiture in Europe, whether they are military officer or not, you usually see them carrying this kind of saber. So that is the tradition. So Emperor Meiji, who is dressed in that full imperial gown, and being photographed was also unfamiliar at the time of 1860s, but he was asked to show up into the Republic in this European outfit. And what else do you see or change in Emperor Meiji's appearance? It's not about the garment.
His hair.
Hair, yes. The shortcut haircut. So, you know, from that top knot, remember, like a top knot, and then shaved, you know, shaved headline, just hairline, right? To make sure that your hair is long enough and made a knot over here versus that short haircut. That was really, really drastic change. And Emperor Meiji himself was quite resistant to this idea. How many years would it take to come dress every day like this and dress westernized style? How many days do you need? Let's say you relocated to yourself to another country, and you know, current yourself in, let's say, Gap, Banana Republic, and Taylor, right? Like those kind of athletic outfit versus you dressed up like I don't know, let's say, you know, you went to Kazakhstan and, you know, follow a Kazakhstani tradition or their contemporaneous fashion. How many years would it take? I heard it's usually 2 years for an expatriate to be well implemented in a host culture or newly adopted environment. But anyhow, but Emperor Meiji was asked to do this overnight, drastically. So he was resisted so much that this image that you see on the right, this is a composite photo. Meaning the body, not the face, the body is somebody else's body. It's positioned, and then the photographer, Felice Beato, combined the head of Emperor Meiji into this, like a, you know, glass, what is it, like a film in a way. It's you know, like a film kind of material, but back then it was image was captured on the glass, so he made the composite images of the emperor. But this is what is